नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति मोरया।
Thanks to great clips, I was able to get the whole family ready for back to school quick and
ओम देवी गायत्री गंधः प्रणम्य ओम भवः सुवः ओम माः ओम जनः ओम तपः ओम सत्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ओमापः ज्योतिरसो अमृतं ब्रह्म भूर्भुवत्स्वरो 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 शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये यस्य ते वरद वक्त्राद्यः पारिषद्या परिषदं विघ्नं निघ्नं सततं स्वच्छन्दमास्त्वहे हरि ओं तत्सते श्री गोविंद गोविंद गोविन्दः अस्य श्री भगवतः महापुरुषस्य वर्तमानस्य आद्य ब्रह्मणः तृतीय प्रहार्ते हिरण्यकवर्षे गोतीर्थखण्डे सप्तकुलचलायते सप्तरस्य अयुते ऊनशताब्दे उत्तरे दिग्भागे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिकां प्रभवादिषष्ट्यां संवत्सराणां मध्ये सुभक्तनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने वर्षऋतु भाद्रपदमासे शुक्लपक्षे चतुर्थ्यायाम् हस्तानक्षत्रयुक्तायां भौमवासरयुक्तायां श्री शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गणविशेषनिष्ठायाम् अस्यां सौभाग्यमानस्य अस्मिन् दिवसे श्री विनायक महोत्सवाङ्ग सायंकाले व्रतसङ्कल्पपूजाङ्ग आचार्येण आचरिष्ये व्रतोष्म करिष्यामि अस्मिन् दिवसे सेवाकर्तॄणां नागरगोत्रोद्भवस्य कृत्तिकानप्रास्य राजावस्त्रिकानां देशरमज्ञाः राजावस्त्रिकानां कृत्तिकानप्रादायः आर्द्रनक्षत्ररामकृष्णवस्त्रिकानां देस्य मकानक्षत्र राघवशर्मणां देस्य श्रवणक्षत्र भावनानाम्न्याः रोहिणीक्षत्र मीरानाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चमत्प्रियारारविश्राभ्यर्थं श्रीवाणस्यार्कसुगोत्रोद्भवस्य उत्तराषाढस्य श्री सत्यराजशर्मणां देशरमज्ञाः भरणी लक्ष्मी कुसुमानान्याः सपुत्रिकानाम् आश्लेषणस्य मेघनामणीनाम्न्याः अनुराधानस्य कामेश्वरनाम्न्याः स्वकुटुम्बानां चमत्प्रियारारविश्राभ्यर्थं श्री सरस्वती विनायक संकल्प पूजां आचार्येण आचरिष्ये यजमानस्य वत्सगोत्रोद्भवस्य सुधाकर दीक्षित शर्मणां देस्य धर्मपत्न्याः अनिता दीक्षित नाम्न्याः पुत्राणां साधनानान्या जरी नाम देस्य जय नाम देस्य एलेक्स नाम देस्य आशा नाम्न्याः श्रीमान सुनील नाम देस्य एवरेम नाम देस्य आलिका नाम्न्याः मिरांडा नाम्न्याः स्वकुटुम्बानां चमत्प्रियारारविश्राभ्यर्थं श्रीमानस्य गोत्रोद्भवस्य काश्यप गोत्रोद्भवस्य गोविंद काशीनाथ भगत सिंह नाम देस्य अनुज्ञा सुमेधा गोविंद भगत नाम देस्य अमोक गोविंद भगत नाम देस्य अमिता गोविंद भगत नाम देस्य सकुटुम्बानां चमत्प्रियारारविश्राभ्यर्थं गोत्रोद्भवस्य भारद्वाज गोत्रोद्भवस्य सतीश काटलीकर नाम देस्य धर्मपत्न्याः मीरा काटलीकर नाम देस्य दीप्ति काटलीकर नाम देस्य जेजे नाम देस्य अरुण नाम देस्य नीना नाम्न्या ज्योति नाम्न्या परि नाम्न्या अमूल्या नाम्न्या साया नाम्न्याः आकाश नाम देस्य सकुटुम्बानां चमत्प्रियारारविश्राभ्यर्थं श्रीमान सेवेन गोत्रोद्भवस्य शिवनागेश्वरी नाम्न्याः सुभद्रा कृष्णकुमार नाम देस्य विशाख नक्षत्र दीप्ति नाम्न्या पुष्पा नक्षत्र लक्ष्य नाम्न्या अश्विनी सारिका नाम्न्या सदविशा नक्षत्रस्य सारिका नाम्न्या सुकुमानां चतुर्यारारविश्राभ्यर्थं अस्य जवानस्य गोत्रोद्भवस्य काश्यप गोत्रोद्भवस्य ईश्वर मातृनाम से कुंजन मातृनाम से अनंत मातृनाम से कीर्ति मातृनाम से अयन मातृनाम देस्य अर्पण नारायण शेख नारायणम से नारायणम से ईशा नारायणम्न्याः जया नारायणम्न्याः स्वकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारारविश्राभ्यर्थं तस्य जमानस्य गोत्रोद्भवस्य अस्य जमानस्य कौशिक गोत्रोद्भवस्य सुशांत नंदूरी नाम्नः ज्येष्ठानप्यास्य आर्धनप्यास्य योली नौरी नानोरी नाम्न्याः नादूरी नाम्न्याः अस्य जमानस्य गोत्रोद्भवस्य भारद्वाज गोत्रोद्भवस्य कोड़ी राव श्रवणाम देस्य श्री सांबशिवराव श्रवणाम सांबशिव कोड़ी राव नाम देस्य धर्मज्ञाः दुर्गा देवी नाम्न्याः सुभद्रा नाम अन्नपूर्णा नाम्न्याः कृष्णभूषण नाम देस्य आशा नाम सीता नाम्न्याः राम गोपाल नाम देस्य एमे नाम्न्याः माया नाम्न्याः यत् नाम देस्य गुरुना नाम चत्र्याराजस्राभ्य श्री विनायक स्वामिनः संकल्प पूजा आचार्येण करिष्ये कृष्ण करिष्यामि अस्य जमानस्य गोत्रोद्भवस्य अगस्त महर्षि गोत्रोद्भूरा जगन्नाथ नाम चित्तानव्यासः श्री चित्रा नाम्न्या सदनव्यासः सुनील कुमार नाम देस्य नामसाना नाम्न्या नवीन कुमार नाम रोहिण्यव्यासः दिव्यं कुमार पूर्णव्यासः केतुंका लक्ष्मी नाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं सिजमानस्य विष्णुगोत्रस्य सैंडल्स गोत्रोद्भवस्य वेंकटसीत वादुरसराज गोत्रोद्भवस्य वेंकट सीतारामांजनेय शास्त्री नाम देस्य प्रमुख लक्ष्मी ज्योतिर्मयी नाम सुपुत्र प्रणव नाम देस्य सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं वरसिद्धि विनायक सत्संग पूजां करिष्ये स्म पूर्णल गोत्रोद्भवस्य कृतिका ईश्वर प्रसाद नाम देस्य धर्मज्ञाः कविता पर्वतनी नाम्न्याः अस्तानव्यास्य शरण्य साई नाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं श्री आर्तेशानव्यास्य अपस्मरण गोत्रवस्तानव्यास्य पुरुषोत्तम नाम देस्य शोभा नाम्न्याः पुरवन्त्य स्वाति नाम्न्याः ज्योति नाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं अर्थसगोत्रोद्भवस्य श्रीनिवास देवकुंड नाम देस्य उत्तरावन्त्यास्य माधवी देवकुंड नाम्न्याः श्री प्रणव देवकुंड नाम देस्य पूर्वाशंस राघव देवकुंड नाम देस्य कुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं सरस्वती विनायक स्वामी देवताभ्यो नमः संकल्प पूजांगाचार्येण आचरिष्ये कृतोष्म करिष्यामि वशिष्ठ गोत्रोद्भवस्य बाल नारंग नाम देस्य कुसुम नारंग नाम देस्य राजीव नारंग नाम देस्य गीता नारंग नाम देस्य माया नारंग नाम्न्याः अपर्णा नाम्न्याः जफ नाम देस्य कुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं काश्यप गोत्रोद्भवस्य आवास कुमार नाम धर्मज्ञाः चेतना चंद्रकला नाम्न्याः आद्या कुमार नाम्न्याः श्री कृष्णवासं नामस्य गुरुरादेवी नाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं तस्य जमानस्य गोत्रोद्भवस्य भारद्वाज गोत्रोद्भवस्य संजीव तलवार नाम से आदि तलवार नाम से मुद्रा तलवार नाम्न्याः मोहिनी तलवार नाम्न्याः विष्णु गोत्रोद्भवस्य गौरी शर्मा नाम देस्य शांता शर्मा नाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं तस्य जमानस्य आत्रेय गोत्रोद्भवस्य कृतिकांश चतुर्शेखर नाम देस्य पुनः कांतिवती नाम्न्याः सदैन संजना महालक्ष्मी नाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं वरसिद्धि अस्मान् वार्ष्ण गोत्रोद्भवस्य ईश्वर प्रसाद नाम देस्य धर्मज्ञाः पुष्पा राम प्रसाद नाम देस्य तस्य मानजया सुपुत्राणाम् अनुपरि कृष्ण श्रवण नाम देस्य अखिला नाम्न्याः पद्मावतम नाम्न्याः अजय कुमार नाम देस्य अखिला नाम्न्याः सकुटुम्बानां चतुर्यारार्विश्राभ्यर्थं वरसिद्धि विनायक संकल्प पूजांगाचार्येण कार्यसिद्धोषं करिष्यामि यजमानस्य भक्तजनानां सर्वे जनानां श्रीमद्तिरुविरायार्विश्राभ्यर्थं श्री वरसिद्धि विनायक स्वामिनः संकल्प पूजां करिष्ये कृतोष्म ओम महागणपते नमः ध्यायामि ध्यानं समर्पयामि अत्र गजगत्वा श्राद्धयाम अनादिना सर्वज्ञां गौरी गर्भ समुद्भव आवाहयामि महागणपते नमः आवाहयामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि ओम मुक्तिज्ञ पुष्परागे नानात्वायतनं रक्तसिंहासनं वेद्यभुक्तं देवशिरां सिंहासनं समर्पयामि यदि सम्यक्तं मदग्रीतमन्वितं मदवर्गं गहान्तगजवर्गं नमोऽस्तुते मदवर्गं वेदितानि नानासनमङ्गे विश्वा ओम आभोष्यामि भोगोस्तानभोज्यैरानमः नयननाथत्वरे योगस्थिरमातस्मारङ्गमाभोः यस्सत्याः जन्मदा आपो जनयता जनः शुद्धोदस्नानासनं समर्पयामि स्नानानन्तरः हरिद्राचूर्णं पुष्पार्चनं समर्पयामि ओम सर्वभूतानां स्वामी अवप्रेयस्यं हरिद्राचूर्णमर्पयामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्यं वन्दे देवी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते कुङ्कुमसिन्दूराणि समर्पयामि अतस्य ॐ गणेश्वराय नमः विलेपनाङ्ग अङ्गपूजां करिष्ये ओम गजेशाय नमः पादौ पूजयामि ओम एकदन्ताय नमः गुल्बौ पूजयामि ओम सोर्पकर्णाय नमः जानने पूजयामि विघ्नराजाय नमः जंगे पूजयामि अकुवाहनाय नमः पूरो पूजयामि हेरम्बाय नमः कटिं पूजयामि लंबोदराय नमः उदरं पूजयामि गणनाथाय नमः नाभिं पूजयामि गणेशाय नमः उदयं पूजयामि ओम स्कंदपूजाय नमः स्थूलकण्ठाय नमः कण्ठं पूजयामि स्कन्दाग्रजाय नमः स्कन्दौ पूजयामि पाशहस्ताय नमः हस्तौ पूजयामि गजवक्त्राय नमः वक्त्रं पूजयामि विघ्नहन्त्रे नमः नेत्रौ पूजयामि शूर्पकर्णाय नमः कर्णौ पूजयामि बालचन्द्राय नमः ललाटं पूजयामि सर्वेश्वराय नमः शिरौ पूजयामि विघ्नराजाय नमः सर्व अंगानि पूजयामि ओम सुमुखाय नमः ओम सुमुखाय नमः वाचीपत्राणि समर्पयामि ओम धनाधिपाय नमः हृदयपत्रं पूजयामि उमापुत्राय नमः बिल्लपत्रं पूजयामि गजाननाय नमः दूर्वैक्यं पूजयामि ओम धैर्यसुनवे नमः दत्तोरिपत्रं पूजयामि ओम लंबोदराय नमः बद्रीपत्रं पूजयामि ओम गजवक्त्राय नमः कुमारपत्रं पूजयामि गजकर्णिकाय नमः तुलसीपत्रं पूजयामि एकदन्ताय नमः शोकपत्रं पूजयामि विकटाय नमः करवीरपत्राणि पूजयामि भिन्नदन्ताय नमः विष्णुक्रान्तपत्रं पूजयामि पटवे नमः दारिवीपत्रं पूजयामि सर्वेश्वराय नमः देवतारपत्रं पूजयामि बालचन्द्राय नमः मरुपत्रं पूजयामि हेरम्बाय नमः सिन्धुवारपत्रं पूजयामि शूर्पकर्णाय नमः जाजीपत्रं पूजयामि सुराचार्याय नमः गण्डकीपत्रं पूजयामि दिपावक्त्राय नमः समीपत्रं पूजयामि विनायकाय नमः अश्वत्थपत्रं पूजयामि सुरसेविताय नमः अर्जुनपत्रं पूजयामि कपिलाय नमः अर्कपत्रं पूजयामि ओम गणेशाय नमः एकविंशतिपत्रपूजानि समर्पयामि ओम दशाहंगं कलं लोकं सुवर्णंजसनोहरं कपिलाकसंयुक्तं दोपोऽयं प्रतिपुष्यदा धूपमाख्यापयामि देहे विसृजातवेदो भग्नं नृतनुमा वसो कृष्णमक्षमावः जीवनं च दिशो दिशा दीपं दर्शयामि भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षुविद्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः दुष्टपाकुन्दस्तनोभिः कुशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धस्सभाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नः साक्षो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः यज्ञेन यज्ञमायन्त देवान् सावितर्माणि कृतमान्यासन् ते अनाकुं महिमानः सृजन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्या सन्ति देवाः सरस्वतीविनायकस्वामी देवताभ्यो नमः वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि ॐ जगन्मोहनदिव्यमङ्गलविग्रह देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौमा ब्रह्माण्ड जय विजयी भव दिग्विजयी भव मंगलमूर्ति गणपति बप्पा
Aditya.
Yeah. After Katha. I'll call you. Shri Vinayakaya Namaha. Vinayak Chatuthi story. Great sage called Sutta once narrated. Great sage called Sutta once narrated the story of how Vinayaka was born. What is the dosha that comes when we see the moon on Vinayak Chatuthi and the remedy for that dosha? Vinayak Chatuthi story. Once there lived a demon king by the name Gajasura. He was named so because he had the form of an elephant Gaja. He performed great penance, tapasya, for Lord Shiva. Shiva, who was pleased with the penance, came to him and offered him a boon vara. That demon prayed Lord Shiva as soon as he saw him and then prayed that, "Hey Lord, I would ask you stay in my stomach as boon." Lord Shiva, known for his love towards his devotees, agreed and stayed in the stomach of Gajasura. In the meantime, Goddess Parvati, wife of Lord Shiva, who was in Kailasam, abode of Lord Shiva, was getting worried as her husband was not to be seen for many days. She searched and finally found out that Lord Shiva was residing in the stomach of the demon Gajasura. Then she was very worried on how to get her husband back and prayed to her brother Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu came to Parvati, who narrated the whole story of her husband and requested Vishnu to help in getting her husband back. Vishnu consoled Parvati and promised that he would get her back her husband. Lord Vishnu, along with other deities like Indra, Brahma, etc., hatched a plan of getting Shiva back. As a part of the plan, they decorated Nandi the bull as Gangireddu. This is a part of Andhra tradition where bulls are decorated trained to make movements according to the music. And gods were disguised as musical instrument players where all the gods took up different musical instruments. With everything ready, all of them went to the capital city of the demon Gajasura. In the city, they started the show of making the bull move to their music, and it was magnificent and started pulling huge crowds. The flame of the bull play reached Gajasura, and he summoned them to his court. In the court, all the gods made Nandi play beautifully, by which Gajasura was impressed and asked the band to go ahead and ask for anything, and he would for sure give them. Listening to that, Vishnu said that Gangireddu was no other than Nandi and the vehicle of Shiva, and they were here for Shiva. Listening to that, Gajasura understood that the one who spoke was none other than Lord Vishnu, famous for killing demons, and knowing that he had no other way out but to stand on his word, he once again prayed to Lord Shiva and asked for another boon. stating that his death was imminent, and so he prayed to Shiva that he made his head to be prayed in all lokas, Bhulokam, Patala Lokam, etc., and that Shiva should wear his skin as clothes, for which Lord Shiva agreed. Vishnu asked Nandi to pierce the stomach of Gajasura, which Nandi did, and Shiva was out from the stomach of Gajasura. Vishnu then advised Shiva that boons were to be given on discretion and asked him to consider before giving boons to demons. Then all gods left, and so did Shiva, mounted Nandi and left to Kailasa. Birth of Ganesha. Knowing the arrival of Lord Shiva, Parvati feels relieved and happy. She performs Abhyangana Snanam, that is, this is a form of bath taken by applying oil to the whole body, massage until the whole oil gets into the body, and then apply Sunni Pindi called to body and rub so that the floor feels of taking off the dust. While performing the bath, she prepares a boy with the floor and instills life into it. The child is born and she asks him to guard at the front door as long as she is bathing and tell him not to let anyone enter the house. The child is now standing as a guard to the door of the house of Parvati. Shiva comes home and tries to get into the home where the child is stopped him. Shiva gets angry and in a fit of rage kills the boy by beheading the head and enters the house. Parvati, who is ready by now, receives Lord Shiva with affection. In the course of talking, the discussion comes up on the boy who was guarding the door. Shiva tells Parvati that he had killed him, upon which Parvati narrates the whole story of birth of the boy and becomes sad. Shiva repents on what he had done, and the only way that he can bring the boy to life is attaching a new head. He sends all the soldiers under his command to go and fetch a head of the person who is lying, sleeping, with his head positioned in the north direction. Then all the soldiers go in all the directions and finally return with the head of Gajasura, stating that Gajasura was the only one sleeping with his head kept in the north direction. Hence, it is advised not to sleep keeping the head in north direction. One more reason being that south is the position of Yama, and no one would want to see Yama as soon as they get up. Shiva then brings back the boy to life by attaching the head of Gajasura and named him Gajanana Ganesha. He was given a rat by the name of Aninyadu as vehicle. Shiva and Parvati, after a few years, had another son by the name of Kumarswami. Kumarswami became the commander of the army of gods later. Kumarswami is also called as Kartikeya, Subramanya, etc.
Commander of Vignas. Vigna is some obstacle that would come for any work we would want to do before the work itself gets started. That is, you will get a lot of troubles before you start the work, and finally, you will not be able to complete the work. Vignas will never allow you to finish the work as expected by you. Once all the gods and sages met Shiva and prayed to him and asked him to appoint someone as a head to the Vignas, Kumaraswamy comes forward and asks his father to give the head of Vigna's post to him, as Gajanana is short and fat. But Gajanana, Ganesha, also wants the post. So Shiva puts them to a test. The test is to go all around the world and to bathe in all the holy rivers present in those worlds and return. Whoever comes first will be appointed as the head of Vignas. Listening to which, Kumaraswamy sits on his vehicle peacock and flies for completing the test. Ganesha, on the other hand, feels sorrow and approaches his father and prays to him, saying, "You know that I am fat, short, and cannot move as fast as Kumaraswamy. So I request you to advise me on how to win this competition." Lord Shiva responds to his prayer and says that if you recite Narayana Mantram, if you recite the Narayana Mantram and do pradakshina to the parents, circle around the parents, it is equal to bathing in all the holy rivers. Shiva teaches Ganesha Narayana Mantram, and Ganesha, reciting the mantra, does the Pradakshina to his parents. Because of the effect of the mantra and Pradakshina, Kumaraswamy always sees his brother Ganesh to finish the bath and leave as he tries to enter for a bath in any holy river. Kumaraswamy returns to Kailas and tells his father to forgive him of his ignorance in recognizing his elder brother's capability and requests him to place Ganesha as the head of Vignas. So Ganesha is named as the head of the Vignas and hence called Vigneshwara, Lord of Vignas. This ceremony of placing Ganesha as the head of the Vignas was done on Pranapada Sudha Chaviti, and from that day on, it is celebrated as Vinayaka Chatuthi or Ganesh Chatuthi or Vinayaka Chaviti. All the people, gods, sages, etc. of all the worlds presented Ganesha with lots of different food items like bananas, coconuts, sweets like laddu, lulu, etc. And Ganesha ate most of them. He, wishing to seek the blessings of his mother and father, went to them with his big stomach. He tries to take their blessing by doing Shashtanga Namaskaram, where the person lies down on the floor with his hands stretched over the forehead, and his face, stomach, and legs all touch the ground. But because of his stomach, if he tries to keep his hand on the ground, his legs would rise, and if he places his legs on the ground, his hands would rise. Looking at the way Ganesha was doing the Namaskara, the moon, which resides on the head of Lord Shiva, laughed, and Ganesha is subjected to Dishti, also known as Nazar in Hindi. You can say as to look at one which causes harm to him, feel jealous, and would like that some harm would happen to him, which causes the stomach of Ganesha to break open and Ganesha dies. Looking at his dead son, Parvati gets angry and then puts a curse on the moon, saying, as her son died because of the Dishti by the moon, the one who would from now on see the moon will be falsely alleged. At the same time, the famous 7 sages, Saptarishis, were doing Pradakshina, circling around the fire along with their wives. The fire god Agni Deva gets attracted to the wives of sages and wants to spend time with them. But afraid of the curse the sages would give if he tries to do, he refrains himself. Knowing this, Swaha Devi, the wife of Lord Agni, tries to bring happiness to her husband and transforms herself to look like the wives of the sages and spends time with her husband. Swahadevi transforms to look like the wives of the 6 sages, except for Arundhati, the famous Sati. The 7 sages by chance see this and think it is their wives are present with the Lord Agni and leave their wives. This was the result of the wives seeing the moon after the curse of Parvati. The wives of 7 sages go to Brahma and pray him of their innocence. Shiva, who knows everything, calls for the 7 sages and pacify them by telling the truth, that it was in fact the wife of Agni who transformed herself to look like the wives of the sages. Then Brahma, along with all the others, goes to Kailasam and gives life to the dead Ganesha and prays to Parvati to withdraw her curse. Parvati, relieved of the pain, is happy to see her son, and so she reduces the intensity of the curse by stating that the curse will prevail only on the day her son was dead because of moon's dishti, on the 4th day of Bharapada Masam. So people from that day onwards refrained themselves from looking at the moon on the day of Vinayaka Chaturthi. This went for some time. In Dwapara Yuga, one day sage Narada came to see Lord Krishna in the city of Dwaraka. He informed him of the curse of Parvati. Sorry. Sure.
This went for some time. In Dwapara Yuga, there are 4 yugas. One day sage Narada came to see Lord Krishna in the city of Dwaraka. He informed him of the curse of Parvati, narrated the whole story, and advised him not to see the moon today, as it was Vinayaka Chaviti. Krishna made this matter to be known to all the people of his kingdom, and also was careful not to look at the moon. Krishna loves to drink milk, and so goes to the cow yard and milks the cow when he is about to drink the milk. He sees the reflection of moon in it. He immediately remembers that Narada had said and prepares himself to face the false allegation he might be dragged into. Some time passes by, and once a person by the name Satyajit visits Sri Krishna and shows him a diamond by the name of Samantakamani, which was given to Satyajit by the Lord's son. The specialty of the diamond being, it gives out 8 kilograms of gold every day. Then Krishna asks Satyajit to give to the king for the best use for the welfare of the people. But Satyajit refuses and Krishna lets it go. Once Prasena, the brother of Satrajit, goes hunting wearing the diamond. Looking at the diamond and presuming it to be meat, a lion attacks and kills Prasenna and takes the diamond. A bear has a look at the diamond with the lion and fights with it and takes the diamond to his home, which is a cave, and ties it to the cradle in which his daughter is sleeping for her to play. The next day, as Prasenna doesn't return, Satyajit blames that Krishna has killed his brother and taken the diamond as he has refused to give it to Krishna. Listening to which Krishna understands that this blame was due to looking at the reflection of the moon in milk during Vinayaka Chatuthi. In order to free himself of the blame, Krishna inquires on what happened and goes to the forest looking for Prasenna. In the forest, at one place, he finds the dead body of Prasenna and footmarks of a lion. He follows the footmarks of the lion, and after some time, comes to a place where he sees that there has been a fight between a lion and a bear. He then follows the footsteps of the bear and reaches the cave of the bear. Krishna enters the cave and sees the diamond tied to the cradle. He tries to take it, and the girl starts crying, hearing which the bear comes and attacks Krishna. Krishna fights back with the bear. The fight goes on for 28 days, and the bear loses all its energy and realizes that Krishna is none other than Rama. The bear is none other than Jambavanta, the king of bears, and aide of Rama in Treta Yuga. He then remembers how after the war with Ravana, Rama grants a boon to Jambavanta, and Jambavanta foolishly asks for a deal with Rama, which Rama grants and says that his boon would be fulfilled later, and it is known that Krishna has come to fulfill the boon, and both Rama and Krishna are the avatara or forms of Lord Vishnu. He then prays to Krishna, who relieves Jambavanta of all the pains. Jambavanta, along with the diamond, also gives him his daughter Jambavati and requests him to accept her as his wife. Krishna agrees and returns to Dwaraka along with the diamond and the girl. He summons Satyajit, returns the diamond, and narrates him the whole story. Listening to which, Satyajit repents and offers Krishna not only the diamond but also his daughter Satyabhama. Krishna rejects the diamond and accepts Satyabhama as his wife. All the people, sages, then pray to Krishna and tell him that because you are the Almighty, you are able to prove your innocence. But what about the normal people like us? Please show us some means to overcome the blame if we look at the moon on Vinayaka Chaturthi. Krishna, pleased by the prayers, gives a boon that those who perform the Ganesha Puja and would listen to the story of the birth of Ganesha and the story of Samantakamani and put the akshantalu, rice which is prepared by mixing it with paspu or turmeric, and are used to do puja, on their heads would be freed from the curse if they accidentally see the moon.
गणेश महाराज की
Ganapati Bappa, Mangala Murthy. On everybody's behalf, I am doing this Akshata Samarpan to Lord Ganesh. Rajadi Raja, Yavasya Saine, Vayamve, Samanaya Pone, Vanoika, Mankam, Dama, Rameshwara, Vaishya, Samanaya, Pudaya Raja, Vaishya, Samanaya, Narayana Namaha.
Hari Om. Now we are going to have a few bhajans and cultural program till 7:45. Sharp 7:45 we will be having the 108 names of Ganesha. So Pujariji will be doing Archana. If you would like to get it done, kindly pay at the counter $11 for the Archana so that he can do the Sankalpam. We will have few bhajans and then cultural program, and we would like to adhere to the time 7:45 sharp. And another thing that Pujariji would like, as you may have seen already, later on I'll share more details, but very quickly, we are going to have two projects. One is the Gajastambam and the second is the Mandap for Sri Ganesha. So Pujariji would like to start the fundraising for the Ganesha Mandap with the Modak auction today. It's a homemade, big size, and Pujariji would like to say starting price for that Modak. What are you thinking?
$101.
Okay, he says $101. So please, anybody who would like to, we would have an auction for that, and then we will have 7:45 Archana. Hari Om. We start with the cultural program. Okay, Anita jaldi se. Anita ji. Hari Om. As we are doing the Sankalpam and all, everybody doesn't have to stand up. You can see the line being formed and you can stand up, and please maintain some silence, please. Thank you. Hari Om.
शिवानन्दनाय नमो गौरी सुताय नमो शुभकराय नमो नमः गणपताय नमो शिवानन्दनाय नमो गौरीसुताय नमः शुभकराय नमो नमः गणपताय सिन्दूरवदनाय नमः
सेवा लाइट वाला
Kavana Chatura Lokavana Chatura Pahima 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 Lokavana Chatura Chepadi gabada Chapadam Greta Sundara Chepadi Gabada Jubala Mugu Chapadam Greta Sundara Avangevada Utamagu Nipadamu Gadishipate Parabalita Tyagaraja Sarvabhauma Akila Gavana Chatura Pahima Gavana Chatura
वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा सरसीरोग चरणा पापालया वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा सरसीरोग चरणा पापालया वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा सरसीरोग चरणा पापालया वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा सरसीरोग चरणा पापालया वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा हर मुगोद्भव सुरगणनायक हर मुगोद्भव सुरगणनायक हर मुगोद्भव सुरगणनायक हर मुगोद्भव सुरगणनायक हरिविदीन्द्रादि हर्षप्रदायक हरिविदीन्द्रादि हर्षप्रदायक हरिविदीन्द्रादि हर्षप्रदायक वरवल्लभरमणा विघ्नहरणा सरसीरुह चरणा मावालया वरवल्लभ रमणा करधृत कमला गदारि तनुबीजा करधृत कमला गदारि तनुबीजा पुरपाशोत्पल धान्य रुचा दशन करधृत कमला गदारि तनुबीजा पुरपाशोत्पल धान्य रुचा दशन करधृत कमला गदारि तनुबीजा पुरपाशोत्पल धान्य रुचा दशन स्मरशत सुंदर स्मरशत कलाधर स्मरशत सुंदर स्मरशत कलाधर स्मरशत सुंदर स्मरशत कलाधर श्रित जन मंदारा श्रित जन मंदार श्रीलंबोदर 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 वरवल्लभ रमणा विनहरण सरसीरुह चरणा मावालया वरवल्लभ रमणा विनहरण सरसीरुह चरणा मावालया वरवल्लभ रमणा
You have fun solo. One last one.
Hari Om. Now we are going to have 108 names of Sri Ganesha, followed by Atharvana Shirshakam, and then Pujari ji has announced earlier, he will be auctioning, we will be having the auction of the Modakam. As you know, we have two major projects coming up. One is the Gajastapanam and the second is the Mandap, and the pictures are there if you have not already seen on the bulletin board. So we are starting today for the fundraising for the Ganesh Mandapam with the auctioning of the Modakam, which is right in front of Sri Ganesha, and it's homemade, and Pujari ji has announced the starting price at $101. Hari Om.
Every name after that, everybody repeat Ganeshaya Namaha. Okay. Om Bhakta Jananam Sarve Jananam Shrimakte Deviryaya Arugishravyartam Rasdevinayaka Swam Devata Bhyo Namah Paripurna Nugrahata Vradhyartam Ashtotnamarchanam Karishe. Om Gajananaya Namaha
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Ganadakshaya Namaha Om Vignarajaya Namaha Om Vinayakaya Namaha Om Dvaimathuraya Namaha Om Dimukaya Namaha Om Prabhukaya Namaha Om Sumukaya Namaha Om Kritane Namaha Om Pradipaya Namaha Om Sukanidaye Namaha Om Suradakshaaya Namaha. Om Surarigne Namaha. Om Mahaganapate Namaha. Om Manyaya Namaha. Om Mahakalaya Namaha. Om Mahabalaya Namaha. Om Herambaya Namaha. Om Lambajadalaya Namaha. Om Rasvadrivaya Namaha. Om Mahodaraya Namaha. Om Adotkadaya Namaha. Om Mahaviraya Namaha. Om Mantrine Namaha. Om Mangalaswarupaya Namaha. Om Prakamaya Namaha. Om Prakamaya Namaha. Om Prajnaya Namaha. Om Vignatre Namaha. Om Vignagatre Namaha. Om Vishwanetraya Namaha. Om Viratpataye Namaha. Om Sripataye Namaha. Om Dikpataye Namaha. Om Sundarine Namaha. Om Asitavatsalaye Namaha. Om Shivapriyaya Namaha. Om Sigragarine Namaha. Om Sasvataya Namaha. Om Balaya Namaha. Om Baladidaya Namaha. Om Bhavapradaya Namaha. Om Purana Purushaya Namaha. Om Koshnave Namaha. Om Dushtarokshave Namaha. Om Agraganyaya Namaha. Om Agrapujaya Namaha. Om Agragamine Namaha. Om Mantrapute Namaha. Om Jamikara Prabhave Namaha. Om Jamikara Prabhave Namaha. Om Sarveshaya Namaha. Om Sarvavyadaya Namaha. Om Sarvakatre Namaha. Om Sarvanetraya Namaha. Om Sarvasiddhipradaya Namaha. Om Panchahastaya Namaha. Om Parvate Nandanaya Namaha. Om Kumaragurve Namaha. Om Akshobhyaya Namaha. Om Indarasuravanjanaya Namaha. Om Pramodaya Namaha. Om Modakapriyaya Namaha. Om Santimate Namaha. Om Buddhimate Namaha. Om Kamine Namaha. Om Bhagavadpriyaya Namaha. Om Brahmacarine Namaha. Brahmarupine Namaha. Om Brahma Vidyadhyabhave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Vishnupriyaya Namaha. Bhaktadevidaya Namaha. Chitamanmadaya Namaha. Aishwaryakaranaaya Namaha. Jayase Namaha. Yakshakinnarsevidaya Namaha. Gandhasudaya Namaha. Om Ganadeshaya Namaha. Om Veeranadaya Namaha. Om Namaha. Vedavate Namaha. Abhishtavaradaaya Namaha. Jyotishe Namaha. Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha. Om Bhavagamyaya Namaha. Om Mangalapradaya Namaha. Om Abhyaktaya Namaha. Om Pragutaparagramaya Namaha. Satyadharmane Namaha. Sabhye Namaha. Om Samsaragunde Namaha. Om Mahakayaya Namaha. Om Desangaya Namaha. ओमनीकिङ्किलीमेङ्गलाय नमः समस्तदेवतमूर्तये नमः सहिष्णवे नमः सतोलोकिताय नमः विकादकारिणे नमः विश्वकाते नमः विश्वरक्षकृते नमः ज्ञानगुरवे नमः मुकुन्दवेशाय नमः समस्तजगदाधाराय नमः सर्वेश्वरप्रदाय नमः आत्मानुगुरुवे नमः विघ्नेश्वराय नमः वरसिद्धिविनायकस्वामिने नमः सिद्धिविनायकस्वामिपादाय समर्पयामि समस्तसन्मङ्गलानि भवन्तु सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु
Can you hear me? So I'm going to recite the Ganesh Atharvashesha. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tatmavasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshat Atmasi Nityam Yutam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Avadvamam Avavaktaram Avashrotaram Avadhataram Avadhataram Avanimchaha Namavashishyam Avapashchatat Avapurastat Avotmanatat Avadakshinatat Avachodvatat Avadhanatat Sarvatomam Pahi Pahi Samantat Vam Vangmayastvam Chinmayaha Vamanandamyastvam Brahmamayaha Vam Satchidanandadvitiyosi Vam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Vam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvam Jagadidam Patto Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Pattastishtati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvailayamishchati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvaikatyeti Vam Bhumirapo Nalo Nilo Navaha Vam Chatvari Padani Vam Gunatrayatitaha Vam Dehatrayatitaha Vam Kalatrayatitaha Vam Mooladharaskrithosi Nityam Vam Shakti Trayatmakaha Vayogino Dhyayanti Nityam Vam Brahma Tvam Vishnustvam Rudrastvam Indrastvam Agnistvam Vayustvam Suryastvam Chandramastam Brahma Bhurvaswarom Ganadim Purvamucharya Varnadim Tadanantaram Anuswara Partaraha Ardhendulasitam Tarena Ruddham Etattava Manuswarupam Kakarah Purvarupam Akaro Madhyama Rupam Anuswarashchanta Rupam Vindurutta Rupam Nadasannanam Samhita Sandhi Saisha Ganesha Vidya Ganakarushi Nichrat Gayatri Shantaha Ganapatir Devata Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Ekadantaya Vigmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dantik Prachodayat Ekadantam Chaturhastam Pashamam Kushadharinam Radam Cha Varadam Cha Hastaihi Vibhranam Mokshakadhvajam Raktam Lambodaram Chulpakarnakam Raktavasasam Raktagandhanuliptangam Raktapushpehi Spojitam Bhaktanukamvinam Devam Jagatkaranamachyutam Avirbhutancha Srushtyado Prakrute Purushat Param Evam Dhyayati Yo Nityam Sayogi Yoginam Varaha Namo Vratapataye Namo Ganapataye Namah Prapatapataye Namaste Astu Lambodarayu Ekadantaya Vignanashine शिवसुताय श्री वरदमूर्तये नमो नमः. गणपती बाप्पा, गणपती बाप्पा, मंगलमूर्ती, मंगलमूर्ती.
So this is the most awaited time, the auctioning of the Modakam. Pujari ji is very interested in this one, so kindly support his ambitions by coming forward. So the starting one is at 101. So do we have any win for $101? We have 121. So auction for the Modakam, we have 121 at this point. Do we have more than 151? Anyone for 151? Do we have? Oh yes, Ushaji. Anyone for 201? 201? 161. 161. By the high command here, so I'm going by $10 only. So 161, anyone? Huh? 175. All right, let's call it at 201 because I already said it. Anyone for 201? Vishal, I think it is yours only. Chupincha. The Modakam, so we are right now at 175. Anyone for 201? This is the Modakam that is for the. There are two pieces, yeah. It's the 100 and 101. All right. Thank you, Usha. Very happy. A big round of applause. We will be having Aarti very soon. तेरी दया तेरी कृपा ये नाथ हम मांगे सदा तेरी कृपा तेरी दया हे नाथ हम मांगे सदा हे नाथ हम मांगे सदा तेरे ध्यान में खोए लगे हरे नाम हम अब लीजिए लाज मेरी गणपति सिद्धि विनायक दुख हरण संताप हारी सुख करण सिद्धि विनायक दुख हरण संताप हारी सुख करण संताप हारी सुख करण करो प्रार्थना नित प्रति करो प्रार्थना नित प्रति वरदान मंगल दीजिए राज मेरी गणपति करते प्रथम तव वंदना तेरा नाम है दुख भंजना करते प्रथम तव वंदना तेरा नाम है दुख भंजना तेरा नाम है दुख भंजना करेगा प्रभु मेरी शुभगति करेगा प्रभु मेरी शुभगति आपको शरण मेरी दीजिए राज मेरी So we will be having aarti now. First we will have the 5 Marathi aartis followed by Om Jai Jagdish Hare. Please come forward to sing the aarti. Can everybody be seated for aarti? If anyone who wants to sing, kindly join in. Every one of us can sing.
Hello. सुखकर्ता दुःखहर्ता
नाना विघ्नाची गौरी पूर्वी प्रेम कृपा जयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर अतिशेंदुराची कंठी जगवान मुक्ता फळांची जय देव जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती श्री मंगल प्रेमन कामना पुष्टी जय देव जय देव गणपतीचा फळा तुझ गौरी तुमरा चंदनाची उटी कुंकुमेश्वरा हिरे जडित मुक्त शोभतो फळा पुरे चरणी भागरिया जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पुष्टी जय देव लंबोदर पीतांबर परिवर वंदना सरळ सुंदर वक्र कुंड त्रिवेणी दास रामाचा वक्ताहे सगना संकटी पावावे निर्वाणी रक्षावे सुरवरणा जय देव जय देव मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पुष्टी जय देव जय देव शंकर नवतवती विक्राळा ब्रह्मांडी माळा त्रिशे कंठ काळा त्रिनेत्री बाळा लावण्य सुंदर मस्तकी बाळा त्रिपुर्या निर्मळ वाहे झुळझुळा जय देव जय श्री शंकरा पार्वती ओवाळू तुझ कर्पूर गौरा जय देव कर्पूर गौरा भोळा नेमी विशाळा अवधानी पार्वती सुमनांचा वाळा दृष्टीचे उभरण श्रीकंठ नीळा ऐसा शंकर शोभे उमावे नाळा जय देव जय श्री शंकरा पार्वती ओवाळू तुझ कर्पूर गौरा जय देव देवी देवी सागर मंथन पैकेले त्या माझी औचिक हर हर देव भरे तेव्हा असुरपणे शासन केले नीलकंठा प्रसिद्ध झाले जय देव जय श्री शंकरा पार्वती ओवाळी तुझ कर्पूर गौरा जय देव पंचानन मनमोहन कंठन सुखकारी शतकोटी राजे उच्चारी जय श्री शंकरा पार्वती ओवाळू तुझ कर्पूर गौरा जय देव गुरुजे गुरुपट भारी तुझे संसारी नाथ नाथे अंगे करुणा विस्तारी वारी वारी जन्म मरणाचे वारी वारी पडलो आता संकट निवारी जय देवी जय शासन सर्व ईश्वर वरते भारत संजीवनी गुरुवरगोनी आता तुझे ऐसे नाही साई श्रमणे परम आवडे काही साही विवाद करता पडलो प्रवाही तू भक्ताला पाऊस नाही जय देवी जय शासन सर्व ईश्वर वंदे भारत संजीवनी जय प्रसन्न वदने प्रसन्न होसी निज आशा पासून सोडली केशा पापासून अमृत भगवाचम देव गवाचम हर हर करुण धामा तब कुंत गणेश जय जय शास्त्रमूर्ति सर्व ईश्वर वंदे भारत संजीवनी जय जय विठोबा विजय 28 जानेवारी उभा स्वामांगे रघुनाई जसे शोभा कुंडलिकाचे भेटी परब्रह्म आलेला चरणी वाहे प्रेमा उद्धरी जगा जय देव जय पांडुरंगा रघुमाई वल्लभा राईचा वल्लभा कावरी जगा जय देव तुलसी माळा गळा करते मित्रवती आसे पीतांबर कस्तुरी लागी देव सुंदर गरुड हनुमंत मुझे आहती जय देव जय पांडुरंगा रघुमाई वल्लभा राईचा वल्लभा कावरी जगा जय देव वेणुनाद अनुक्षेत्रपाला सुवर्णाची कमळवरमाळा राणी रत्नाबाई राणी सकला राजा भूपवासाला जय देव जय पांडुरंगा रघुमाई वल्लभा राईचा वल्लभा कावरी जगा जय देव वारुवारत्या कुर्वन्या येति चंद्रभागे वने सोनिया येति प्रिया पताका वैष्णवनाचती पंजरीचा महिमा वर्णावाती जय देव जय पांडुरंगा रघुमाई वल्लभा राईचा वल्लभा कावरी जगा जय देव आषाढी कार्तिकी भक्तजनेची चंद्रभागे मध्ये स्नान जे करी दर्शन घेवा माते मुक्ती केशवासी नांदे काळो माळी जय देव जय पांडुरंगा रघुमाई वल्लभा राईचा वल्लभा कावरी जगा श्रीभक्त दासन गुणात्मकते मूर्ती दत्त भाजाना त्रिगुणी अवतार हरे पुराणा नीती शब्द नये गमाना सुरवर मुनि जन योगी समाधि निधाना जय देव जय श्री गुरु दत्ता आरती ओम हरि भव चिंता सबाय अभ्यंतरी तू एक दत्त अभ्यासी करी करी माते राही पत्तरी कैसे करता है जन्म मरणाचा पूर्णा से अंत जय देव जय श्री गुरु दत्ता आरती ओम हरि भव चिंता जय देव दत्त येऊनिया उभा टाकला स्वामी कृपा करतील प्रसन्न होऊन आशीर्वाद दिला जन्म मरणाचा घेरा चुकविला देव जय श्री गुरु दत्ता आरती ओम हरि भव चिंता जय देव दत्त दत्त ऐसे लागले ध्यान आरपले मन झाले उत्पन्न फुलाची झाली मोहन एका जनार्दनी श्रीदत्तवान देव जय श्री गुरु दत्ता आरती ओम हरि भव चिंता जय देव डोळ्यात पाणी पडले भावे उभारी त्वमेव बन्धु सदा त्वमेव विद्याधनं त्वमेव सर्वं त्वमेव येन वाचा पंचेन्द्रियेर्वा विद्यात्मना प्रत्येकभावे करोमि यज्ञं सकलं परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि अच्युतं केशवं नारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरि शिवं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीकाय रामचन्द्रं त्वमेव हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे मंगलमूर्ती मंगलमूर्ती गणपती बाप्पा गणपती बाप्पा
हरे स्वामी जय
सबके प्राणपति हो स्वामी सबके प्राणपति सभी का मिलूं दयामय सभी का मिलूं दयामय तुमको मैं स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने शरण में लाओ द्वार पड़ा मैं तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी दास करो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे धन मन धन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण त्यागा के तेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मा वा प्रकृते स्वभावे करोमि यद्यं सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते पूर्णमदं पूर्णमिदं पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम्
ॐ ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महवे ब्रह्माग्नो ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
मंत्र पुष्पांजलि
या पूजा जी आप बोलने वाले हैं क्या मंत्र पुष्पांजलि
Hari Om. We would like to invite Usha Kantala to come and get the Ashirwad from Pujari ji. Usha.
महालक्ष्मी शारदा पुणे सुनते भोगाख्यमाय पुत्राहां ददातुते सिद्धिविनायक स्वामी परिपूर्ण अनुग्रहता बल सिद्धिरस्तु सुपुत्रिका उन्नत विद्या अनुग्रहता बल विद्यमस्तु मंगलानि भवन्तु या मंत्र पुष्कर
ओम यज्ञेन यज्ञमजयन्त देवास्तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् तेहनाकं महिमानः सचन्त यत्र पूर्वे साध्या सन्ति देवाः ओम राजाय प्रसय्यसाहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः ओम स्वस्ति साम्राज्यं भौज्यं स्वराज्यं वैराज्यं आगमेह्यं राज्यं महाराजमाधिपत्यमयं समन्तपर्याति स्यात् सार्वभौमः सर्वायुष आन्ताधापरार्धात् पृथिव्यै समुद्रपर्यन्ताया एकराळिकी ततः शेषश्लोको विगितो मरुतः परिवेष्टारो मरुतस्य वसनगृहे आदीक्षितस्य कामप्रेर्विश्वे देवा सभासदैति मंगलमूर्ति
मोर्या
मंगलमूर्ति
मोर्या
मंगलमूर्ति
मोर्या।
ओम शांति शांति शांति।
हरिओम। आप सब लोगों को श्री गणेश चतुर्थी की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। As you know, this kind of function cannot come together so successfully as today without the help of the community members. So this is my privilege to take this opportunity to thank the Pradhan sponsors, which is Bal Dikshit and Anita Dikshit. A round of applause for them, please. And today's Mahaprasad is prepared by the Marathi Mandal, led by the Shruti Tate and their team. Everyone, I could not know the names, but Mamta and everyone is Smedha. So on behalf of all of us, a big round of applause to all of you for your kind efforts. You have been doing it year after year, and many of us have come forward, looking forward to this beautiful function year after year. And also, the modakam that we just auctioned is prepared by the Pujariji's family, Almelikaru. And as you can see, look at the beautiful, really one of the things is to evoke the spiritual inclinations in us is to see a beautifully decorated idol of Sri Ganesha. So big round of applause to Pujariji and Pratap Garu also and the entire family. This year, we will be having the 20th year celebration of Mata Ki Chauki. Raj Singla Sahab has been kindly leading this effort, and his goal this year is to, I think, raise 40,000, so something like that. And Mata Ki Chauki this year, it will be 2 days program starting on the September 30th, and Mata Ki Chauki will be on the October 1st. On September 30th, we'll be having Kalasha Puja and things like that. So kindly look forward to the details and support our efforts by attending the function on both the days and sponsoring Ram Mata Ki Chauki. Thank you, and we will be having Mahaprasad downstairs after you take the Charnamrit here. Hari Om.